Hey guys, welcome to my channel. For those of you who don't know, my name is Cheyenne. This is my brand new YouTube channel. This is officially my third video, and so this will be like a Q&A with me, like a get to know me. So I feel like I'm gonna do a lot of talking in this video, you guys. So I'm gonna just like dive right into it and just get this thing going. If you could live anywhere, where would it be? If I could live anywhere, it would just have my own island somewhere. I mean, somewhere where I can still get to the mainland easy and accessible. That way, if we need to hop on our little boat real quick and go and get some groceries, that we could do that. Or even like my family, if they want to come and visit, they can come in and out like easy. So yeah, if I could live anywhere, or just have my own island somewhere, anywhere really, just somewhere where maybe more so like towards like Hawaii, like if they have like little like small islands over there that people can just like buy, that would be dope. But mind you, me and my family were in Hawaii just this past a week after New Year's when the missile threat hit, and that was way too real. So I mean, I kind of have been second guessing the whole idea of having my own island and like living on an island, because we felt like hella trapped. Like we didn't know where we could go if the shit hit, you know, because it's like the island is just the island, where if that missile hit, it would have been done. We all would have been done. So yeah, that shit was pretty scary, guys. But okay, next question. What would you change about yourself if you could? What I would change about myself would probably be like, I feel like I'm too nice. I feel like I'm too giving. I feel like people take advantage. People take my kindness for weakness. People definitely put me in situations where, or shit, I can't blame people. I put myself in situations where I'm helping other people, and then they're like pretty ungrateful. Like they either just don't even say thank you, just like basic, like showing basic gratitude, or they just ask for more. And it's just like, you know, it's just, I don't know. I just feel like I'm very giving, and I'm very helpful, and I'm very willing to help others. And, you know, I just don't think people are, you know, you can't expect people to be how you are. So I think that's one thing I would change about myself, is being a little bit more stern and a little bit more appreciating, a little bit more appreciative of myself, and not just giving myself away, my services away, and things that I like to do, like just helping people, like going over the top for people who wouldn't do that for me. That's what I would change. What motivates you to work hard? I feel like what motivates me to work hard is, me and my husband have a lot of like deep conversations, like about like afterlife, and like when you die, and like legacy, like what would people say about you at your funeral, kind of thing. And I feel like what motivates me to work hard is just the thought of that. Like I would want to help as many people as I could while I'm here, and that way, by the time I'm gone, people will know like my intentions were always genuine, and always out to pull the best out of other people. And that's what motivates me every day. I mean, of course, like my kids and my husband and my family, but it's just ultimately like, even when I go, I want my kids to be able to say a whole bunch of great things about me. I wouldn't want people to not, you know, it's like, who wants people to say bad things about them at their funeral? You know what I mean? So it's just like, that's what motivates me, is just knowing that one day we're all gonna go, and you know, you have to think about those things. Like the decisions we make today shape who we become tomorrow. So it's like, why not do it right the first time? Next question. What did you want to be when you were smaller? Honestly, guys, I wanted to be like a detective, like a crime scene investigator, like something in like law enforcement. I went to college initially under my major was criminal justice, and then like with time I just realized that I wasn't as passionate about it anymore, you know, in that time of my life. And so I switched to business, business management, administration, sales, marketing, all that kind of stuff. And so, but initially I like really wanted to get into like detective work, or like I even really had a passion for like psychology. I still do, but it's just not something that I went to school for. But I really like giving advice, and like I feel like there's a lot of things that I either have gone through or I have never went through, but for some reason I give really good advice. Like God just put it in my mind and in my heart and in me to just kind of know things. That's like the best way I could describe it. Like whether I've experienced it or not, I just kind of know things. So, you know, when it comes to psychology, I feel like I give decent relationship advice. I feel like I give decent like life advice. Not that my life is perfect. I've made a lot of mistakes, but it's like it's not a mistake if you didn't learn from it. So it's just like, yeah, I feel like though that's what I wanted to be when I was little. Though I either wanted to be like a psychologist, like working with people, like almost like a life coach, kind of thing, or like a detective, because I'm damn sure good detective out here, y'all. So yeah, what's the next question? What is your favorite thing about your career? So my career is so crazy, you guys. Like, I can do so many different things. It's kind of scary, which puts me in like a tough situation, because when it comes to like as I evolve as a mom, as a wife, as just like a woman, it's like I'm in constant, you're in constant chapters, you're in constant different places, your mind's changing, I'm growing. So it's just like with time, I am always getting into different things. And so like lately, within the past, like since I met my husband, we've been together for 7 years, I really got into youth work a lot, and I loved youth work. I was a case manager. I had a caseload of over 50, 60 kids, probation and foster youth, in Oakland, California area. And I loved it. Shout out to my caseload. I love you. I miss you guys. I mean, I feel like it was just such a great thing that I experienced, because I was really able to help kids. And, oh, they're crying. Hold on. Okay, I'm back, you guys. So I honestly don't even know where I left off. I just know I was talking about me being a case manager, working with the youth, and I really loved that chapter of my life, because it was such a growing moment for me, because I was really able to help a large group of people. Like again, I had a caseload of 50 to 60 youth, and so that was an amazing time. After that, I have medical billing specialist background, so I did a lot of medical billing. And then at one point I realized that I wanted to be more involved in my son's life. And so and save money, because daycare was so expensive. So I took it upon myself to open up my own in-home daycare. And I literally ran it like a real preschool, because I mean, I completely transformed the front of my home into a whole full-blown daycare. And I mean, it was so much fun, you guys. I had 9 kids for the most part every day by myself. I did have my cousin Brittany and my sister come and help me a few times, like a lot actually. They were definitely so helpful for me. Shout out to y'all. Because again, but it was so much fun, because we had like 9 kids on a daily. At one point, I want to say I even had like 10 one day, and it was like we were deep. We were super deep. But we did so many projects. Like even though they were I had 1-year-olds and I had 3-year-olds, and so it was just like we literally had we had a preschool setting. Like we did so many different like educational things. Like I really had I did my own homework. Side note, like when it was late night, like I was just doing so much research on like early childhood development and like early learning, and it's just like I was just pulling all these different great things that I was learning to just create this one super dope business. And I did it for a year. The only reason why I closed my daycare was because we ended up moving again. Me and my family relocated from California to Florida. So now, right now I'm in Florida, but mostly all my family and all my people are in Cali. So yeah, but working with 1 and 3 year olds was definitely a major change coming from, again, I was working with probation and foster youth, 13, 14 to 24. So that's a total opposite, working with that age group, then switching and moving to like the babies. So that was just amazing time in my life as well. And then again, like I've been doing modeling since I was in high school, like I graduated in 2009. And so, around that time was when I really was just like tapping into all that stuff. I did so many different big projects, you guys. Like, I worked with so many different people that it just blows my mind to even talk about it out loud, because I really have accomplished a lot in my 27 years, and I definitely live with no regrets. I don't wish I could change anything. But again, the question was, what is your favorite thing about your career? My favorite thing about my career is that I'm constantly wanting to do different careers. I'm constantly wanting to try new things. I'm constantly really just trying to tap into, I want to tap into everything. Like, why not? You only live one time in this form, so it's just like, why not really take advantage of this form that you're in and maximize your full potential right now? Why not? Why wait? Why assume that, like, you can't wait? That's my advice. You can't wait with whatever it is you're trying to do, or your like dream career. Don't wait. Do that shit like yesterday. What would you do if you won the lottery? Me and my husband talk about this all the time, like to the T. Like, okay, if we won 1 million, what would we do? So we were like, okay, off top, we would give moms and pops X, Y, and Z. Of course, we would give all of our siblings X, Y, and Z. They would be the second people to get broke off. Like, mine would damn near, Joe got, 4 siblings? Well, yeah, because I'm like, we're pretty much up there. Because I'm like, yeah, I got 5. Like, I'm going to be breaking bread for my sisters for sure. But I just know what we always said, and we're kind of like, we're definitely on the same page with this. If we ever were to win the lottery, we would buy, like, because I already said I want to buy an island. So if my family want to move on an island, that's an option. But if they don't want to be on an island, we want to buy like acres on acres on acres, and just literally build like our own family like community, where all of our family, they don't gotta stay. You could stay as long as you want, but you don't have to. You just in and out, just because you in the area, you got your own apartment, your own house, whatever it is. But like, because I love tiny homes. So like, wouldn't that be so dope to have like acres and just put hella tiny homes on on a couple acres, on like 30 acres, and everyone be spread out, so they got their own space, so ain't nobody being nosy all in your shit. And then, but if you need some butter, it's good. Call up Cuddy, like, hey, I need some butter. Like, that would be so cool to have everybody just right there, and that if times are real, oh, I got another crying baby. If times are real, though, that would be cool to just know, like, everyone is in the same place. I'll be back. Okay, I'm back, you guys. Okay. Next question is, who would you want to play you in a movie of your life? Okay, so Bae is Christina Milian. But she's not the best actor. So I'd have to have her do a few scenes and then tap Cassie in real quick, because Cassie, she bad too. She Bae too. She bad. Then Cassie would have to get tapped in real quick. Then, of course, J-Lo would have to get tapped in. And last but not least, which she basically is Selena. I love Christina Milian, Cassie, J-Lo, and Selena. Each of them have different reasons as to why. Of course, Cassie is just so classy, so she represents the classy in me. Christina Milian is very down to earth, and I love her for that. So she would be my down to earth. J-Lo, she is just a bad bitch all across the board, especially because she's older. She done been around the block. Jenny from the block has been around the block a few times, and she's very wise, and she's just so pretty, and so she represents that portion. And then Selena, she's just so humble, and she's a hustler, and she's a go-getter, and she knows what she wants, and that is me. So if I had to pick anybody, it would be those 4 women. What 3 items would you take with you on a desert island? So if a plane is out, because that would be one of the items for show, so I can get off that bitch. If I can't pick that, and it has to like literally be like smaller things. Okay, it would probably be. Okay, it would be a tent, so I just know I'm good. I got somewhere to stay. I ain't gotta like get my damn palm tree leaves and like build a whole fort and stuff. So I just bring me a good like one of them 10-person sleeper tents, the one that got rooms on deck. Like I would bring one of them joints. I would bring a big ass lighter. Have you guys seen them big ass lighters? It literally says big ass lighter on it. I would bring one of them, or even like a big old like gasoline thing where I know like I can make fire, or like ongoing fire. And I'm like some drink, but which kind of drink? I bring that top of the line wine, that Carlos Rossi, that $11.99 thing, that big boy. That's what I would bring. Especially if you really knew me, you know that's my shit. You gotta love the Rossi. So yeah, if I had to pick those 3 things, and yeah, because that way the Rossi could even start the fire too, to where I wouldn't even need the gasoline. I would just, well, no, because I need to drink that shit. So no, I would have to, yeah, I'd have to bring 2 separate things, because yeah, it just ain't gonna work. Okay, next question. Are you an introvert or an extrovert? Honestly, I'm an introvert, you guys. I'm hella weird. I consider myself socially awkward after a while. Like initially, I'm hella cool, I'm hella friendly. I mean, I'm still hella cool afterwards, but I'm just super chill. I'm super laid back. I don't know. I'm just like, I consider myself an introvert, but I can be an extrovert. So I can do both. I am both. What do you wish your brain was better at doing? I'm so scatterbrained. I wish it would like organize itself better. Like my brain, you guys, moves 50,000 trillion infinity miles an hour, a second, a minute, a milliliter, whatever you want to call it. Like my brain moves so fast all the time, which is why I can't sit still, which is why I can't stick with one thing and just do one thing. Like I'm constantly moving and doing different things and like just doing too much, honestly, because my brain, like I overthink everything in a good way. Like I'm a planner, which is why I do wedding planning, and I like really enjoy doing stuff like that, is because I even though my brain's not organized, I am fairly organized. And so, but yeah, I just wish that is one thing my brain would do, is better organize itself and not be so like scatterbrained, and really just calm down, because my brain be doing too much. My brain is like constantly on the go, as if like I'm trying to keep up with my brain. My body's trying to keep up with my brain. What celebrity would you like to meet at Starbucks for a cup of coffee? Jim Carrey. He's super tapped in, you guys. He's tapped in on a whole nother level, and I don't think it's weird at all. I think he is very, very, very knowledgeable, and he speaks some extremely real ass shit, and I mad respect it. So if I could really go and just sit down and really chop it up with him and just get insight like on just more of how his brain works and how he thinks, because a lot of things that he has opinions on, I agree with. So it would be him. That's bruh. What have you only recently formed an opinion about? Well, recently it's been social media. I've never been a video person. I've never been into like doing all this stuff. If I was, I would have did it as long as I've been like in marketing field, because I'm aware. I've always been aware. It's just I never realized that I would have had to take this next step and really just super tap into social media on every aspect, because it's not changing. I don't know what I thought. Maybe I just assumed it was going to change or slow down. But you have to have, if you're trying to keep up, especially like in the industry that I'm in. Again, like I'm into like makeup, I'm into hair, I'm into wardrobe, I'm into photography, I'm into styling, I'm into art. I'm into painting. I'm into drawing. I'm into like all forms of art. And it's just like, if you're an artist and you're trying to keep up and like keep your like name known basically, or like just keep up with the world, it's like you got to keep up with social media. And so that is the latest thing that I formed an opinion about. My opinion that I formed prior to that was about time. I'm gonna probably be a little bit too deep for y'all real quick, and it might not make sense to 95% of you guys, but I'm starting not to believe in time. Well, I mean, no, I don't believe in time anymore. Time is just a number, but I ultimately have the power to slow down time or make time go faster. Like, there's no, if you think about who made the clock, just to know that all around the world there's different times, but at the same time it's all right now. Like, I understand, like in Japan it's nighttime right now. Like, I understand the whole where the moon and the sun lay. I get that, and I agree with that. I'm all for that. It makes sense. But this whole number thing, this whole clock thing, like, my shit don't even work. My shit is just cute. So me and hubby got his and hers. So, you know, that's just where I'm at with it. But I don't know. I just feel like you ultimately have the power to slow or make time go faster. That's me. What is the most heartwarming thing you've ever seen? I'm a baby. If you really knew me, you'd know I'm a baby. I hear my baby. Hold on. Okay. Well, I only got a couple more questions left, you guys. So, what's the most heartwarming thing I've ever seen? Although I was saying I'm such a baby. I cry about everything. I cry to movies that I've already seen at least 10 times. Like, I still cry. I am a big, big, big crybaby. Do you guys remember that show? Damn, I forgot it. Where the man, damn, I'm like scatterbrained right now. See, where the man used to like make the homes, and then he would surprise the people. Like, a woman was like in a wheelchair, and her home was definitely not wheelchair accessible, and like he went and like created a whole home that was like wheelchair accessible. And he surprised her. I forgot the name, but that show is my show. I love shit like that. Like, or like the other show where the people have like messed up teeth, and then the dentist goes and like gives them a whole new mouth, and like the look on their face, like when it's like the reveal day, and then they like look in the mirror for the first time and they smile. Oh my God, I fucking lose it. I like am bawling, crying, like. So, like, I love stuff like that, you guys. I'm definitely a big baby, and I love seeing people happy. I love when people are giving. I love watching people go out their way to help other people. It just does something to me that's so powerful. Like, that's all I can say. What amazing thing do you do that no one was around to see? What is something you do that no one's around to see? I feel like I'm gonna kind of speak to, like, especially like when I was like high school, college kind of time frame, because since then I haven't done it so much, honestly. But I just know I've always been a big fan of homeless people. I love homeless people. I have friends that are homeless people. Like, I used to work at Lucky's, you guys, on High Street in Mac, in a town in Oakland. And I mean, when it was late night and I used to have to like go and do all the carts and shit, you know, it's not the best little spot right there. So I used to have to go and like collect all the carts, and they would be like down there down the street, and like they'd send me out, and my homeless people already knew that it was like my time to go and do my job. And I would come outside and they'd already have all the carts for me already, all in the stalls. Like, they used to really have my back. I used to give like them lunch, and like Curtis. That was my main man, Curtis. I don't know if y'all know Curtis. If you real Oakland, you know Curtis. But yeah, I have a lot of homeless people that I really fuck with, and like they're my people. They definitely always had my back and always had their back. And I mean, I remember when I was just like 15 or 16, and I had me and my mom and my sisters. I think my sisters were in the car. We were driving down the street, and there was a man. You know, homeless people where their feet get really, really blown up because they don't have shoes for so long, and they're walking on their bare feet for so long, and they form that disease. And he had that disease. And I mean, I almost positive my shoes more than likely didn't fit him. I don't know, but I just seen him. We pulled up. He was on the corner sitting there. We were at the red light, y'all, and I just took my shoes off my feet and I ran them to him real quick, or I handed them to him. I don't even know. Maybe he walked up to the car. All I know is I took my shoes right off my feet and I gave it to that man because he needed them, and I knew he needed them, and I knew he appreciated it because he looked me dead in my eyes and he told me that he was thankful. Yeah, like oh, my baby's crying. Hold on. Okay, I'm here again. I'm so sorry, you guys. Had mom life, that's all I gotta say. But I do it like I used to do. I haven't done it in a while. I'm overdue. I have to do it, especially now that I'm talking about it again. I've done a lot of feedings at like Glide Memorial, at damn, what's the other one called? It's over on International, in like the 60s. Damn, I don't even remember, but it was like another homeless shelter. Yeah, I definitely give back. I definitely fuck with the homeless community because they're humans. Why not? Why not? Why not? If life is a game, like some people say, what are some rules? Well, the number one rule is you treat others how you want to be treated. It blows my mind when people give expecting to receive. Like, I definitely don't give expecting to receive, but I was raised with, like, my mom made sure that I was thankful and grateful for everything that I had. And so I do personally give expecting for gratefulness. I do give and expect people to be thankful and seem like they're grateful and thankful for whatever it is that I gave them. But back to what I said in the beginning of my video, you can't assume people were raised how you were raised. Again, that's how that was important value that my mom made sure she instilled in me. And so I definitely am extremely grateful and thankful for anybody who does anything for me. And I probably say thank you way more than they even want to hear, but I mean, I always go out my way and make sure that people know that I'm thankful and appreciative of what they've done for me, even if something as small as make my food at a restaurant or whatever. You know, I hold that. I take pride in that. And so, you know, treat others how you want to be treated. Another rule, of course, there's like the underground girl rules like that women have. Like, of course, you don't fuck your partner's nigga. You know, you don't do that shit. It's just out. Like, that's out. You don't do that. Like, there's of course those kind of rules. But then I just feel like you have to be accepting, and then that's something that I'm actually learning, because I'm a Cali girl, I'm a Bay girl. I grew up out there. I never lived anywhere else except for 6 months, which I feel like barely even counts. But when me and my husband got together, we did long distance. He was actually in Ohio, and we did long distance for like 6 months, and then I ended up moving out there, and then I lived out there for 6 months, and then we moved back to the Bay. But we're gonna do a whole nother video for that. We'll do like a Q&A, like how we met and all that shit. But so from living like now, like in the South and like in Florida versus Cali people are so dope. Cali people, especially the Bay people, it's like we go so hard, you guys, compared to the rest of the world. We are one of a kind. There is nobody like us. We are, I mean, I, at least for myself, I know I am so open-minded. I am so accepting. I am so culturally diverse. I am so everything. And I can say that extremely confident, because especially now that I'm like in an area that is foreign to me, and that I don't know, I gotta use MapQuest for everywhere. I gotta tell everybody, hey, I just moved here, be my friend. Like, that's the approach I'm taking right now. Hey, Soch. So So just to know, like, that's where I'm at right now. It's just like, it makes me so appreciate where I come from, and so appreciate, like, everyone, especially like everyone in the Bay right now. I even see everyone's like, oh, I'm sick of the Bay, I want to leave. I mean, I love home. There's no place like home. So it's like, you know, there's just rules, and I just know I accept other people for who they are and how they are, and I definitely look for the better in everybody, and I like, why not? There should be a rule. Like, you should just automatically pull the positive out first versus just automatically go for like all the bad shit that someone represents or does or shit. I don't know. Yeah, there's just a lot of rules, but those are like my main ones. And then the last question, I believe, is what is the best way to start your day? The best way to start my day, you guys, once again, is water. I swear, you guys, just why not wake up and drink some damn cold ass water? Or of course, mommy, wake up, you roll over into your kids and they're smiling, like Sochi's face and Xavier's face when they wake up and they're like, you know, good morning, like, it's good, it's a new day. Of course that melts my heart, but I mean, ultimately self-care, in order for me to be able to you know, be the best for them, I gotta self-care and take care of myself. And so water, and then of course any day is the shit when you make your bed. You guys, you gotta make your beds when you wake up. I mean, it just sets the tone for your whole day. So hey, this is my Q&A. I'm gonna do some more. I'm gonna do another one, you know, just so you guys can like tap into my brain and just see where I'm at in my thought process. Because again, I want you guys to learn this, so you guys, I hope you guys, like, some of the things you guys can relate to, because again, I want you guys to match the artist to the art, because ultimately I aspire to inspire. I always try to do the right thing and be a good influence. I know I got a bad mouth, I cuss a lot, my bad, but again, that's why I put 18 plus explicit language in the description, y'all. Well, subscribe again, you guys. This is I'm gonna do another video with my sisters. That's the thing. This is the sisters YouTube. So my sisters, I'm just the first one. I'm just setting the tone. I'm just putting them out there just so they can see how this shit's about to work. But you guys, this is me and my sisters about, we trying to take over this thing. There's 5 of us, plus a blood sister. Mind you, a blood sister doesn't have to be your immediate sister. So I potentially, if any of my other friends, they want to join, y'all, any of my other blood sisters, because you know who you are. If y'all want to get with the movement, let's go. Let's do it. Subscribe to Blood Sisters, you guys. Thanks.